Hey guys, today we're going to be doing a breakdown on the incoming Super Trunks and instant transmission Super Saiyan Goku here. Before we get into this, I'll just reiterate what I said in the reaction video, and that is I really do like the Cell Saga a lot. It's one of my favorite sagas. And in particular, I actually really do like the Goku vs. Cell fight. I actually prefer the Goku vs. Cell fight over the Gohan vs. Cell fight because it's actually more of a fight instead of just a stomp, right? And I do like all the techniques that both Goku and Cell use in the fight. I think it's a really good fight. But we are approaching the finale of Daima. They even talked about this in the reveal. And they have dropped, you know, they did stuff. Well, the last banner they dropped for Daima was in the beginning of December. We're now in February, and we've gotten 0 new things from Daima. We're going to be dropping Cell Saga stuff all the way from until the middle of March, they said. And in the meantime, we're going to get like new forms and fusions in Daima, and we're just going to be ignoring that. Unless they do like multiple banners at the same time, then we'll you know, that's a different story. But it really seems a little bit out of place to me, and I'm just very confused here. So we'll go through these characters' kits, but that's really what my initial reaction is before we take a look here. Super Trunks is red defense type. Vegeta Clan, Hybrid Saiyan, Super Saiyan, and Future. Okay, let's see. He's a defense type, huh? Let's see what he has for us here. Overwhelming defensive capabilities that activate when changing cover. Falling effects occur when changing cover activates twice, destroys one of your own cards and draws a blue card. Nullifies own unfavorable element factors for damage sustained for 5 counts. Randomly destroys 2 enemy cards. That's good. That's not, I mean, we don't know for sure until we see the real kit, but it doesn't look like that's limited to like a certain number of times. Reduces enemy ki by 30. Steals enemies rising rush for 10 counts. That's really strong. That is really, really strong. Inflicts all enemies with attribute downgrade plus 20 to all arts cost for 10 counts. Steals all enemies main for, this is a, they weren't kidding. This is a very overwhelming defense. This is crazy. Okay, that seems really good. Restores 30% of damage received if enemy attack is over, and then he has endurance. Okay, we're off to a good start with this Trunks as a defensive unit. That's pretty good. All right, and then we have powerful special move arts after being hit by an enemy attack. Falling effects occur every time when hit with an enemy's arts attack while this character is in the battlefield. 20% special move damage for 30 counts up to 80%. 10% critical rate for 30 timer counts up to 40%. Nullifies nullifies endurance when this character attacks for 15 counts. Now it's obviously cancelable, but that's pretty good. Okay, sure. Sure. And then the final page here, power up if there are certain allies. Applies the following effects to self when battle starts if there is a tag Hybrid Saiyan, Vegeta Clan, or Cell Saga Z battle member other than this character in the party. Hybrid Saiyan obviously is very easy to do that with. 30% damage inflicted, reduce impact and explode damage received by 10%. Applies attribute upgrade, shortens subcount by 2. Okay, so he's going to have 8 subcounts instead of 10, and then nullifies attribute downgrades as a red character. He's looking pretty good. We're going to have to wait and see what the full kit looks like first, of course, but he seems pretty solid just based off of what they have here. All right, let's take a look at Legends of Goku. This video is privated still. Oh, there we go. Okay. Let's see what Goku's got going for him. I did see that he was a purple character, which makes a lot of sense considering it's been like 7 months since we got a purple unit. That's an LF or an Ultra. With tons of Vanishing Gauge recovery, that's great for stealing combos. Stealing combos? Okay. Legends Limited, Super Saiyan Goku joins the fight. Strengths. Restore tons of Vanishing Gauge and steal combos. Restores 10% of your Vanishing Gauge when activating a Strike or a Blast Arts, and 70% when activating a special move or an ultimate. Okay. Plus recovers 100% of the Vanishing Gauge when you use the main. That's okay. It doesn't seem like, oh my god, it's crazy because a lot of characters have that, but sure. Powerful combos after a Vanishing Step. Draws a green card when you perform a Vanishing Step. It's a wide, yeah, of course, it's an AoE green. God damn it. It's a wide range special arts, and when it hits, you'll nullify the enemy's special cover changes and your own unfavorable element factors. This is just Majin Vegeta, right? Because Majin Vegeta goes type. Going type neutral on an AoE green card is so annoying. Also, this guy, they're literally telling us this guy is just constantly getting his vanish back. So a character that constantly gets their vanish back and has an AoE green card, I can immediately just tell you this guy's going to be super, super annoying. Support abilities. When the unique gauge is full, the unique gauge will charge over time, and when it's full, your allies' substitution counts will be reduced. Okay, so it looks like it's a unique gauge that's similar to... Who's that similar to? Like Ultra Hit style unique gauge. When you return to standby with a full unique gauge, your own sub counts will be reduced, and you'll buff your allies' damage inflicted. With Legends Limited Super Saiyan Goku, you'll have your opponent at your mercy in no time. And he's purple, Sun Family, Saiyan, Super Saiyan. Okay. I believe he was also range type. Let me just double check. I think it said he was ranged. Yeah, it says he's ranged. Okay, I don't really... Ranged? I mean, we could take a quick look here. Let's go to, like, Sun Family and Saiyan. Who's ranged? Sun Family, Ultra Gohan, I guess. These guys technically are ranged. They're also on Sun Family. But, like, God Goku is melee. You're melee. You're melee. You're not that great anymore. So, I mean, Sun Family is mostly melee, but there's a few ranged here. And then Saiyans, you're melee. You can go either way. Melee, melee, melee. You're ranged. And that's really it. So, okay, we'll see. Let's go back here. All right, Z ability is 38% Sun Family Saiyan or Episode Cell Saga base blast attack and defense, and 18% to Episode Cell Saga base strike defense. So, standard Z ability here with blast attack and defense, and then Cell Saga gets strike defense. Okay, sure. All right, let's continue. I had to upload my fantastic reaction to this. Strike restores the vanishing gauge upon activation. Okay, does not have blast armor. That is very important to note. Restores vanishing gauge by 10% upon activation. The blast also does the same thing. Pretty sure Gotenks does that, right? Super Saiyan 3 Gotenks, I think, also does that on the strikes and blasts. Yep, same thing as Gotenks. All right, special move restores 70% of the vanishing gauge upon activation. Shortens ally subcounts on hit. Massive impact damage applies the following effects upon activation: 70% vanishing gauge, and then 40% of special move damage inflicted for 3 timer counts. Shortens ally subcount by 3 on hit. Blast armor. Yeah, it's like LF Zenkai LF purple cells green card. It's just you can just wait for the opponent to do something in melee range and then go for it and get your vanish back. So it's pretty good. Green card is an AoE green. This is what I'm worried about. Wide range special arts nullifies both the enemy's special cover changes and own unfavorable element factors on hit. Applies the following effects self upon activation. Restores health by 10% and ki by 50. Charges unique gauge by 25%. 20% damage inflicted for 10 counts. Following effects occur upon hit. Draws a card. Okay, only 1 card as opposed to Majin Vegeta's 2, which actually does make a difference. Cover null for 5 counts, which is good. It's super long. And then unfavorable element factors for 5 counts. Okay, this does not sound as bad as Majin Vegeta. Like, let's just compare this to Majin Vegeta. Now, Majin Vegeta only goes type neutral when he has his full unique gauge up, but it's, you know, he's got a lot of uptime on that. So let's just see. So the Majin Vegeta's green is giving him 10 and 10, right? Yeah. So Majin Vegeta's is way worse. I don't think this is going to be nearly as bad as Majin Vegeta's, because Majin Vegeta gives twice the length of cover null and type neutral here. So probably should not be as bad as Majin Vegeta's here. But shortening ally sub counts on this is pretty strong. But overall, again, it sounds like they're going to go for a character that restores vanish by a ton, and you combine that with AoE greens, and it's very annoying, it sounds like. All right, ultimate. When the unique gauge is activated when full, you'll inflict all enemies with no switching. Alright, this will make it harder for you to be hindered by cover changes from an enemy that has an ultimate arts counter. You don't say. Deals massive impact damage, applies the following effects to self upon activation: 70% vanish restoration, okay. 50% to ultimate damage inflicted for 3 timer counts, nullifies endurance. Following effects occur if own unique gauge is full: 30% ultimate damage. Who's getting 80% ultimate damage? Okay. Inflicts all enemies with no switching for 3 counts. Following effects occur on hit: reduces enemy ki by 100, and inflicts all enemies with 3 sub counts. And then blast armor. Yeah, of course the no switching is going to be pretty important. There's a lot of really good green units here. I think Super Saiyan 3 Goku is probably who they're targeting with this. Let me just go back to let me X some of these out here. Let's go back over here. Green. Yeah, they're targeting you. They're targeting... I mean, they're really targeting Super Saiyan 3 Goku. The reason why I say this is because he doesn't have any second life mechanics. So if you're going up against like a Beast Gohan team and you go up against like God Goku, if you lock God Goku in and use the ultimate with this Cell Games Goku, this guy's still going to live if Beast Gohan's gauge activates. Same thing with... or his buff removal activates. Same thing with this Gohan. So I think they're really targeting Super Saiyan 3 Goku with this, actually, more than anything else. All right, main ability. Restores 100% of the vanishing gauge. We can move the camera down now. Restores 100% of the vanishing gauge and cancels attribute downgrades in normal conditions. Okay, that's good, obviously. Evade your opponent's attack and counter with instant transmission Kamehameha. Yeah, I guess that kind of makes sense. They're trying to go for the... They're trying to go for like, oh, you get your vanish back and then you use the ultimate and then you get the actual instant transmission attack. Randomly destroys one of your own cards, draws the Ultimate Arts card, instant transmission Kamehameha next. 20% healing and 50 ki. Okay, so he's only healing by 20%, which nowadays it's usually 30. 100% vanish back, cancels own attribute downgrades in normal conditions, inflicts all enemies with attribute downgrade plus 20% of damage received for 20 counts. Okay. Unique ability 1, nullifies the enemy's special cover changes just by entering the battlefield. That's a good start. Moreover, when you draw a special arts while you have 3 or fewer cards, you'll draw an additional card and nullify attribute downgrades. Oh, okay. That sounds insane. Continue into a combo from your special arts. This ability will also reduce the enemy's ki by 100%. Seal their main ability and stop their combo if you receive an arts attack while your health is 50% or lower. Okay. Applies the following effects self when battle starts. Okay, so Power creeping again. All right, let's go back to the main page here. The last LF character to drop was Fusion Zamasu. Start of battle damage 170. So now we are continuing to jump up. So now we're at 180. 180% damage at the start of the fight. Reduce damage received by 70%, 70% to ki recovery, card draw speed, minus 10 to blast arts cost. Following effects occur when this character enters the battlefield, draws a blast arts card next, restores own ki by 30. 90% damage, so we're already up to 270% damage. Nullifies special cover changes for 5 counts. Okay, 5 counts is pretty short, but him getting that on entry is really good because he also has it on the AoE green too. Nullifies own unfavorable element factors for damage sustained for 10 counts. Okay, so he goes type neutral defensively for 10 counts. All enemies get minus 15% to strike, blast, special move, ultimate, and awaken arts power for 10 counts. Also shortens allies subcounts by 2 if own unique gauge is full. Following effects occur every time this character uses a strike or a blast arts card. He's stacking damage. Okay. 20% damage inflicted for 5 counts. Restores own ki by 10. Seals enemies special move cards. Okay, so every time you... I mean, that makes sense. They didn't want this guy to get crushed by Majin Vegeta, I'm assuming, right? So if this guy just uses a blast card, Majin Vegeta's blues are going to be sealed. Applies the following effects itself when this character draws a special arts card. Randomly draws 1 new card, 30 ki, and then nullifies attribute downgrades. Oh, it's nullifies attribute downgrades, not cancels attribute downgrades. There's a difference. So, I think that's how that works, right? So if you draw a green... Hold on. Yeah, I think how this works is if you draw a green card... This nullify attribute downgrades, it's not... I actually have to check on how that's worded, because I think the way that that works is it prevents you from being inflicted by any new attribute downgrades for the next 10 counts. But if you already have attribute downgrades applied to yourself, it won't like cancel them out, because then I think it would be worded cancels attribute downgrades, but it's not worded that way. I would have to double check that. You know, let me actually check Gohan and Trunks, because Gohan and Trunks have that on their green card. Gohan and Trunks are here. Let's see. Oh no, it is like that. Okay, never mind. No, it is like that. And then yeah, this guy has it on his main too, right? Or this is the wrong character. This guy. Oh, but this actually does say cancel. Hold on, let me... What is their tag? I think... No, I think this doesn't actually remove the attribute downgrade. This right here. I think this doesn't actually remove it. So if you're comboing Beast Gohan and you draw a green card, I don't think it's going to remove the cost increase stacks. I think it's just going to prevent you from getting any more. I'll have to test that out, but I think that's how that works. Falling effects occur if owner remaining health is 50% or below after being hit by an enemy's art stack while this character in the battlefield. So standard disrupt now. Restores own health by 30%, reduces enemy key by 100, and seals all enemies' main abilities for 10 counts. Okay. So, unique ability number 2, Goku has a special cover change that activates when receiving a strike arts attack. This character has a time type unique gauge, and when it's full, allies will get a permanent buff to damage inflicted. If Goku is returned to standby while the gauge is full, allies will get a further boost to damage inflicted. When you perform a vanishing step, you'll draw a special arts next, and after evading, you can steal a combo with special arts. Okay, so cover change against strike, which can combo with the blue card. Shortens ally sub count by 5 when an enemy activates an ultimate arts, awakened arts, or rising rush. Okay, so he's reducing ally sub count by 5. He's not removing buffs. Gradually charges own unique gauge over time while this character is on the battlefield or on standby. Let me just see if we can find another character that has that. So it's gradually. It sounds like something. It sounds like Kid Boo's. Gradually. This is charges. Gradually. I don't know what's. I don't know what's better, charges or gradually charges. Probably just charges, right? Gradually sounds like a little slow. All right, we'll see. Applies the following effects to allies once unique gauge is full. Restores health by 10% and ki by 30, 20% damage inflicted, and shortens ally sub count by 2. This is interesting actually because this can activate on standby. So if Goku on standby activates his unique gauge, or I guess fills up his unique gauge on standby, like let's just say you're comboing with a different character. If Goku fills his unique gauge on standby, you'll still get 30 ki, I think, right? Because it says applies the following effects to allies. So that's interesting. That could help against Gohan's cost increase. Following effects occur when this character performs a vanishing step. Wait, hold on. This is a permanent damage buff, right? Does this unique gauge not go away? I guess we'll see. Following effects occur when this character performs a vanishing step. Randomly destroys one of your own cards and oh my god, he 3 times? What is this? Is this a joke? Why would they do this? Destroys one of your own cards and draws a green card next. 3 times every time you perform a vanishing step. This is the same thing that Gotenks has, but this guy has an AoE green. Hold on a second. This is the same thing that Gotenks has, right? It's the same wording. Yeah. Following effects occur when this character performs a vanishing step, randomly destroys one of your own cards and draws a special arts card next. Why would they? Do they like? I genuinely want to know. Does the concept of fun go through their mind when they design these characters? Like when they sat down to design this character, were they like, yeah, this is going to be really fun. Like this is what we think about when we consider what fun means in Dragon Ball Legends is you just constantly drawing AoE green cards and spawning them when you vanish. That's what's fun about this game. This is just like the opposite of fun, man. This is just brain. This is the definition of brain worms. Is this? Following effects occur if owner unique gauge is full and this character is switched to standby. It randomly draws 1 new card. Okay, that's a strong supporting ability. Shortens own sub count by 2. Restores ally health by 10%. 20% to damage inflicted by allies for... Okay, so he's becoming a support character essentially when he has the full gauge up. Cancels enemies' attribute upgrades. 20% damage by allies. Following effects occur if own unique gauge is full when this character is defeated. 20% healing to the team, 20% to damage inflicted by allies, reduce enemies' Dragon Balls by 2, and then cancel enemies' attribute upgrades. Yeah, that's a strong death buff effect, actually. Reducing Dragon Balls by 2. This could be a strong thing in Proud, especially, which it looks like they're trying to push more because of that campaign they're putting in. But this is a one-time unique gauge, right? Once you fill this unique gauge up, it's up forever. I'm pretty sure. Because it doesn't, there's no way of like depleting it. The green card gives him unique gauge, right? Yeah. This is the only way to amplify the unique gauge. Let me just do a control F unique gauge. I think that's the only way you could actually like charge the unique gauge. Yeah. Yeah, there's no way to actually charge the unique gauge more besides waiting than using the green card. That's the only way to do it. This is insane. Why would they do this? Like, I understand it's a strong ability, but like there are more things when you design a character in a game like this. There are more things to consider than just like how strong you're making the character. Like, I think actually it's more important than how strong the character is to consider how fun it is to not only fight against the character, but just to use the character. Like, if I'm using this character and I'm just spawning infinite AoE green cards, like, why is that fun? What are you having fun by just spawning infinite? Like, it's just dumb. Like, it's gonna be fun for the first few times. You're like gonna be like, oh wow, this, you know, this green card. I bet this guy's really mad that I'm spawning these green cards. But then it's gonna get very old very quickly. This, to me, it's just like, this is tone deaf by them. I like, okay, thanks, I guess. So I don't know. This guy seems interesting. This guy doesn't have a second life mechanic. Doesn't have buff removal. The one thing I want to check is this. Applies the following effects itself when this character draws a green card, which he's going to be drawing a lot of because spawns them up by himself. Does this remove your existing attribute downgrades? I don't think so. I think it's got to be worded like this, where it says cancels own attribute downgrades in normal conditions. I think what this means is this is like God Goku, right? I think God Goku is the same wording. If we go to God Goku, right here. Oh, his is only at normal conditions. I think it might be Gotenks. We could take a look at for this one. Right, Gotenks is yeah, nullifies attribute downgrades in normal conditions. Nullifies. So I think if he already has existing ones on him when this activates, then it's gonna remain on afflicted to him. But we'll have to test it and see. But how much damage is he getting in total? 180, 90, that's 270. And he's stacking 20%. And then he's getting 20% when the unique gauge is full. Yeah, so it is a permanent buff. That's 290. And then, I mean, I guess he could get, technically he could receive his own support because it's 15 timer counts. But then he's stacking damage too. We'll see. I think he should be pretty good. It's just going to be annoying. Honestly, he's more than anything, he's just going to be annoying. He's just going to be an annoying character, which kind of frustrates me because not only did I think they miss with the release of this character at this time, right? I think this should have been a Daima slot, and I think the end of the month slot should have also been Daima. They also made him very annoying. So you guys can let me know what you think of this Goku as well. Super Trunks looks pretty interesting too. We'll have to wait and see what his full kit looks like, but he seems pretty cool. Another giant miss here is this. Where is it? Why? Green future? Okay. Yeah, you guys can let me know what you think, and I'll see you in the next one.